and welcome to another episode of Kim TV. Today, we're going to talk about something that is probably very, very, very helpful for you, but also something you probably never thought about before. And that is how to choose the right social network for your business. Now, a few months ago, I published a video. I think it was actually my very first YouTube video where you guys could actually see my face, and I'm really embarrassed about it, so I'm going to reshoot it. Anyway, so let's get down to business. How do you select the right social network for your business? It's a question that can literally make or break your social media success. And it's really simple. The first thing I want you guys to think about is, where are my clients already hanging out? Do they like Twitter? Are they on Facebook? Do they prefer Google+? You always want to go where your client already is at. So think of it as like a social networking party. You always want to go to a networking party where you're going to know that you're going to meet connections, you're going to, possibly have some prospects that you can talk to and really build relationships with those people. So it's really, really important that you're going where the party already is at and not trying to start from scratch on a network that just is really going to really be hard for you to grow. So that's really important. Tip number one is always go where your clients are already at. Now, you might be asking yourself, how the heck am I supposed to know where my clients are at? I mean, it's not like, I'm some sort of magician and I know that my clients are on Twitter. I'm really glad you asked, because there are ways to figure this out. And the most important way is to actually talk to the clients that you already have. Ask them, do you prefer to hang out on Facebook, or are you more active on Twitter? It's really important that you get this information down pat, because it's going to really make a difference when you start your efforts on social media. Now, I will say this, if you're already active on social, don't click away, because the tips that I'm about to share with you are definitely going to help you figure out where you're going next. So if you're already thriving on Facebook, is Twitter really a good option for you? Is Pinterest, going to really help you leverage that online space? So don't click away. Tip number two actually is really important as well, and that is to research your competitors and figure out where they are already succeeding. If your competitors are active on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Pinterest, pay attention to that. They're probably there for a reason, but you have to make sure that they're thriving on those platforms. Their pages are active, they're posting frequently, that they have a lot of engagement, that they're growing their fan base. Chances are that wherever they're at, your clients are already there as well. So pay attention to that, and definitely go where your audience already is and where your competitors are already thriving. Now, you might want to do the reverse of this, and that is totally okay. If your competitor is dominating on Facebook and you want to go over to Instagram, make sure that your clients are on Instagram. So refer to tip number one. You only want to do the reverse if you think that you can't compete with your competitor on social media, which I doubt. But if that really is the case, go over to a different social network, but make sure that your audience is on that social network, because otherwise you're literally going to be speaking to the wrong crowd, and you don't want that. That's not going to affect your bottom line. Okay, so moving on to tip number three. This one is actually really, really simple, but it's very important as well. Think about how that social network that you're selecting or thinking about moving over to works. How is the content consumed is really what I'm trying to get to. Like, is there a lot of content that's being shared in photo form? Does it allow for video? Think about the different types of content that is published on that platform and whether or not you can really leverage that platform in an effective way. Take Instagram, for example. Instagram is a phenomenal platform, but if you don't like taking photos, you don't have time to take photos and video, or your team is just too bogged down with information, you're probably not going to succeed on Instagram, because you're not going to publish content that your audience really wants, and it's going to be too time consuming. So think about those things, because you never want to hop on a social network and then just completely, just leave because you get busy, or it's too hard to create content on that platform, or You just don't have the time. That becomes a liability. So I want you to really think it through in terms of, okay, is our presence sustainable on this network? Does my team have time to create 6-second videos on Vine? Can I really leverage creating amazing videos on YouTube, or is that going to be a huge time suck? Can I give Facebook the time it needs to create content, frequently? Can I answer questions on Twitter? It's all really important, but I want you to really think about this last part, because a lot of times we'll hop into social networks and we don't know the extent of how much we have to put into them. So I'd rather see you focus on fewer social networks or just one social network, really kill it before you move over to a new social network. So I hope these tips were helpful for you if you're either starting out on social media or you're thinking about expanding to a new platform. It's really important that you go through this 3-step process to determine which social platform is going to be the very best for you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And before you tune out, make sure to answer the question of the day, which is, if you were going to move to a different social network or try a different social network for your business, which would it be and why? I would love to hear your answer. Also leave a link to your website below. I'd love to check it out, hang out with you. I will personally reply to each and every comment, as I always do. So definitely go over to the comment section now and leave your reply. If you like this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and I will catch you next time on Kim TV. Ciao.